Bit about some research we're doing this summer in regards to traffic tolerance on athletic turf. The plot we're standing on happens to be Tifway Bermuda grass, which is pretty much industry standard for athletic fields in the south. And what we're doing is we're trafficking these plots with a Brinkmann traffic simulator, and we're doing either 0, 2, or 4 passes per week through the summer and into the fall. What we're trying to do is simulate athletic field traffic that would be equivalent to football. And some past research has shown that 2 passes per week is equivalent to the amount of stress that's produced by 1 NFL football game between the hash marks and the 40-yard lines. So looking at these traffic levels of 1 versus 2 games a week versus no games a week, what we're trying to determine is the relative effects of nitrogen rate and also bi-weekly application, meaning every 2 weeks, of a product known as Civitas, which is labeled as a fungicide, but also has been shown to have some other side benefits in terms of various types of stress tolerance. Our application treatments go out every 2 weeks. Those include no Civitas, an 8.5 ounce rate of Civitas per 1,000 square feet, and a 17 ounce per 1,000 square feet rate. So every 2 weeks through the summer, we're basically evaluating percent green cover, the amount of green coverage in the plots, also rating the amount of injury we're seeing in the plots. Particularly, we're interested as we get into the later fall months, temperatures cool, daylight, solar radiation becomes lower, Bermuda grass goes dormant, but we're interested to see whether Civitas can prolong the green cover in these plots, maybe representative of a football field getting into the late fall. Could this be used as an alternative to overseeding, because there is a pigment in this product? So far our results are showing some improvement in cover and color from the Civitas application. In terms of injury recovery, we're seeing similar amounts of injury in all the plots. So we are seeing a general improvement in color and cover across all treatments of traffic, but we're not necessarily seeing an improvement from Civitas with greater levels of traffic, if that makes sense. Also, interestingly, we've noted there isn't a big difference between the low, which is a 1/4 pound of N per growing month, and the high, which is a typical 1 pound of N per growing month nitrogen rate. This is probably a result of the fact that these soils have a good amount of fertility in them. This is actually an old dairy pasture. And so what this tells the turf manager is if you have good levels of soil organic matter, there may not need to be as high of a nitrogen requirement on your turf. So here we see we're getting by with about 1/4 of what we would typically be putting out. We're getting the same response.